Hello there, Deadly Habit here, bringing you a new Let's Play. Yes, I'm bringing you one of the games of my childhood. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm bringing you Betrayal at Krondor. Yes, this game came out in 1993. It is 19 years old now. So don't go expecting some graphic masterpiece, but this is one of the best RPGs ever made. I remember playing this with my best friend on his computer at his house when we were around 10 or 11. And yes, this is a epic game. It's one of the first games based on a book, actually, well, with an author involvement, Raymond E. Feist, based on his Rift Wars series. And it didn't have the characters directly involved in that series, as I recall. I read it so long ago. But he did come out with a book later on called Krondor, The Betrayal, which had all the characters. And also, you might hear some motorcycle noise and stuff in the background. It's a lovely day in Rochester, New York, where I live today. It's 80 degrees out, so I have my windows open. So there might be some background noise, but just deal with it. It's too nice to be not have windows open. So we'll just start a new game. One thing I will let you know, this is a long and involved game. Okay, let me make sure I have everything set up. Step size, large, turn size, medium. Detail, maximum, weight, sound, music, CD, introduction I've turned off, which is just a little, like, credits and stuff like that. Okay, we shall start a new game. Chapter 1, Into a Dark Night. Blood-soaked rags collected at the boy's feet. One by one, he tended the wincing soldier's purple wounds. Stitched, salved, bandaged, did what little he could in the leaping golden halo of firelight. Fortunately for his roadside patient, he could do more than most. Fingers slick with alum ointment, he worked fervently to tie off a... God, I can't even read what that says. A catgut cord, there we go. Then brushed the injury with a light touch that to the untrained eye would seem only a friendly pat. Others would recognize the telltale hand gesture as a magical ward against infection. Done, Owen sighed, wiping his hand in the rust-colored cloth. No guarantees, though. The stitches may hold all the way to Lamont. Then again, push too hard and you could be bleeding like a stuck pig on Midsummer's. You did fine, Signor Locklear replied, smiling approval before rolling down his sleeve. Oh, it'll scar, but good for a noble's reputation. Let the kingdom folk know he isn't resting on his laurels, and it impresses the ladies. I'll be sure to look you up in Tyburn if ever I need stitching up again. The boy accepted the compliment with a humble nod while he packaged away the rest of his medical supplies. His thoughts focused instead on a third man who slumped in the shadows across from them. Despite the manacles that bound the stranger's hands and the distance that separated them, the boy felt dreadfully exposed. His avenues of escape limited should Locklear's elven-looking prisoner decide to liberate himself. What did he do? Owen whispered, jerking his head toward the man. Gorath? Let's just say that he had the disadvantage of being at the wrong place at the wrong time, Locklear said, cautiously. He snatched a greenish apple out of his knapsack, offering one to Owen. I have to take him to Krondor. Did he kill someone, Owen asked? No. He attacked you? The Signor wiped apple juice from his mouth, shook his head. No, not exactly. Well, who cut you up then? Before Locklear could reply, Gorath leapt forward, his chains writhing between his wrists like metal vipers. Get out from underfoot, Owen, assassin in the camp. Do not struggle so, Hasseth. I wish to keep you alive. But be glad I do not. The goddess of death will show you greater mercy. Oh, those cinematics. Chapter 1, Into a Dark Night. Escort Gorath to Krondor. I'm gonna have to start voice acting these guys. Okay, so this is the basic interface for the game. Gotta reacquaint myself. Okay, here's your inventory, your weapons. Yes, your weapons and armor get damaged. As you can see, I'm already at 23%. And you also eat once a day. And your rations, let me see, it's right-click to look at them. Yeah, rations. You can have spoiled rations, poisoned rations, all sorts of fun stuff. Alright, let me look at the stats for everybody real quick. Health 55 of 55, stamina. Yes, here's all your fun stuff. There is lots of stats. This is a great RPG. Okay, so let's move forward. Thinking, yeah, okay. So we shall search the body. Owen looked for supplies, feeling a bit like a vulture. He turned the body this way and that as he searched for anything that might be of use to them on their journey. All in all, he supposed that if he were the dead man, it wouldn't matter to him any longer what happened to his belongings. Okay, so we've got 2 lockpicks and 4 normal rations. Okay, let's see who has what for rations. Oops, wrong button. God, it's been ages since I've played this. Okay, he's got 11 rations, he's got 5, he's got 6, so we'll split these up. Go back to the body. We'll give 2 to Gorath and 2 to Locklear. Who has the best lockpicking? He's got 5%. 15%. Oh, 25%. So these are going to Locklear. Okay, we've looted that body. Let's look around real quick. As I recall, yep, there's a chest. Locklear gritted his teeth. While they had agreed the box should be opened, he was privately concerned the previous user might have left behind an unpleasant surprise. Yeah, chests can be trapped. Oh, 62. We got money. Okay, so we have to head to Krondor. Cool thing about this game is it is sandbox. You can go wherever you want in the beginning. There's magic. Let's see. Okay, here's the map. You can also move in the mini-map. So, we will move to this path. Okay, Gorath seemed distant, though the Moretto warrior didn't appear grieved about killing the assassin that had followed them from the Northlands. His eyes had a baleful look in them that seemed something between hatred and rage. Several times he glanced back at the corpse that lay behind them in dust, his thoughts unguessable from his expression. Do you wish to bury him? We could do that. It is not our way. I simply am somewhat disturbed that he should come after me. He was a kinsman. There are other things that trouble me as well. Delican's assistants are slow, but not altogether stupid. Another like Heseth, and you'll only have my corpse to drag before your Prince Arutha. Sorry you don't get off that easy. As long as you're under my command, you are forbidden to die, Morheddle. I've gone to far too much trouble keeping you alive to bury you now. It's time that we took the chains off of you. It'll be far easier for you to defend yourself if your hands are free to swing a sword again. You're not just going to set him free, are you? I thought you said he was your prisoner. He is my prisoner, Owen, but the circumstances are terribly complicated. Even if he chose to sneak off, he'd be lucky to make it to the next town alive. This is the third such assassin we've run into since we left the Northlands, and I have a feeling that more will be waiting for us. He will be much safer with me, and I with him. As the boy would be. If he were to whisper the wrong word in the wrong ear, he could easily be the death of us. Me? Who am I gonna talk to? I'm not even heading in the same direction. It wouldn't be a matter of who you talk to, Owen. There would be ears listening for a word of a Morheddle traveling with a noble. Damnation, I should have thought about this when you entered camp. For the time being, you're my squire. Once we arrive safely at the palace, you'll be free to go on your own way. But I have pressing business in Tiburon. This is not a subject of debate. We must get to Krondor. My mission is of critical importance, and I don't have time to improvise an easy solution. The only other possible option would be to slit your throat and leave you dying. I have absolutely no desire to do that. Now let's get moving before Delican's assassins catch our scent again. They'll likely come looking when Heseth doesn't return from his mission. Yeah, I'm probably going to butcher some pronunciation. I'm already having a pain in the ass time voice acting this. Okay, we need to get to Krondor. Let's see. That is Yaban, Armiger, Sansorath. Where's Krondor? Moot, Dune, Hollow, Sereth, Krondor. Okay. So we shall latch on to that. Exit this minimap. Let's see. Back to main. Okay, this latches me on to the path that I'm on. Like I said, it's sandbox, so now I can just press forward and move along the path. Alright, let me look back. I need to be facing... I believe I'm going... Yes, this is the way to Krondor. Okay. Is it south? Let's see. Yes, it is south. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to main. I'm going to keep my eye open for treasures and ambushes along the way. I could go off exploring into the wilderness right now, but I don't exactly have the best gear for it. Okay, treasure chest. Roughing its construction and banded with iron, the Mordidal box would be impossible to open without solving its word lock. Oh yes, word locks, these are awesome. And judging by the marks on the face of the chest, others had learned that lesson after much difficulty. So these are puzzles. Or scan the runes embossed on the Mordidal clue plate. Its text their only hope of opening the difficult word lock. Okay. Prince Arutha, from his lofty perch, will find our troops without a search. His men will fall this castle too, and then what will Prince Aratha do? Okay. I think I remember this one. Die. Yes, we have solved it. The chest thumped. Alright. Ooh. Let's see. Owen has no armor. Gorth has really shitty armor. He's got a good sword. Both have pretty poor armor. We are going to give the armor to Gorath. The sword have Owen carry. Alright, so we'll switch the armors out. We'll give Owen some armor. Just because he didn't have any. And I don't have a wheatstone yet to fix anything. Okay, continuing on. Someone was calling, recognizing the... God, what is it? The lit of... I don't even... What the hell's that say? The lilt of the young voice. Owen turned and looked back down the road. The young squire that he had met on a party in Yapon was trudging behind them, a pack full of scrolls slung over his shoulder. The squire waved congenially, and Owen echoed the motion. What do you think you're doing? We are trying to remain unnoticed. Damn! Locklear muttered under his breath. Try to behave as normally as possible. Since you know him, you handle him, Owen. And remember, Gorath's name is... Thorgath, Owen finished, irritated. I'm not a child, you know. Locklear whispered. That remains to be seen. I didn't expect to see you quite so soon. I would have thought you all the way to Lamont by now. Squire Philip. Would it? I'm not even gonna voice act for this game. There's too many different characters. Sorry about that, guys. Would have been if the Duchess hadn't insisted in introducing me to all of her daughters. Amelia was the prettiest, I believe, though I think Catherine took quite a liking to you. Catherine took a liking to everyone at the party. She's as fickle as her mother. She'll likely marry a condon if she can find one not tied in the marital knot. True enough, say. True enough, say. I thought you said you were from Tabern. Why are you taking this route home? Kind of a long way around, isn't it? Well, yes, but I met up with my uncle Locklear here, and my other friend. He is an elf, Thorgath. They decided that it would be nice for me to take a tour with them down to Ox Hollow. Down to Hawks Hollow. I hear it's lovely this time of year. What are you up to? I'm looking to cash in a ward, actually. I was on my way to Yabon last night. I found a chest in this area, but I couldn't pick the lock on the thing. I figured it wasn't meant to be, and I left off. Thing is, all through the Duchess's party, I couldn't help but think about it. I had chest on the brain. I don't really care what's in it, but I have to pick that lock. Okay, let's ask about nearest town. I'm afraid my sense of direction and distance are a bit off right now. We all had a bit to drink last night, and we're still trying to shake off the effects. Which way is the nearest place we could get cleaned up? It must have been quite a bender if you're that confused. Head straight south along the main road, and that will take you on into Lamut. If you're looking for a good food, the Blue Weald is a solid wager, though I warn you, their Tisrani food can be a bit spicy. Inns. I for one could do with a little less sleeping on the ground. Any good inns that you could recommend? There's the Blue Wheel Inn in Lamut, or you could try the Dusty Dwarf in Hawks Hollow. I suppose if you got really desperate, you could try breaking into one of the abandoned houses out in that part of the country, but I can't sleep well in a house that may fall on top of me. Of course, it may well be that the people have moved out for good reason. I've heard that several people south of L'Oreal moved out after a contagion began spreading near there. Hey, empty houses. Was anything left behind in any of the empty houses you saw? Nothing of real value. Bits of food and a few cupboards. An occasional gold piece kicked beneath the foundation of the house. Lost items, mainly. The majority of places I visited had those unpickable locks. What are they called? Weber locks. Yes, they had Weber locks installed, so I wasn't able to get inside. Lost items. I'm not certain, but I think I may have mislaid a very valuable belonging of mine. I shouldn't worry about it. Depending on where you lost it, the chances are still good it will still be there. Goodbye. Okay, so he just hinted there's a chest around here, so we're going to take a look around for that. Where is this chest? Cut through there. Alright, we'll go back to the path. See, that's one of the cool things. The characters you run into and stuff like that, they will hint at chests and stuff. Okay, what is this up ahead? Lamut. Okay, let's go into Lamut. See if we can gear up. I don't see this chest. We're going off the path. Okay, the road before him. Lamut. Do you think we need to go in for supplies? Yes. And it automatically takes you in for supplies. Okay, cool. So, we're in Lamut. In many ways, the town looked like something created an alcoholic binge. Rude dwarfen shacks smashed up against the delicate elven shops, while wild Tisrani taverns grew from a press of kingdom-style dwellings. A sign outside the city gate had summed it up well. All who visit Lamut are equal, for in Lamut all is equally queer. Okay, let's go to the shop. Okay, buy, sell. I have really no money right now. Okay, heavy bowstring. And of course I can't really buy anything yet. So what we will do is we will sell. I sworn you used to be able to haggle in this game. Alright, we'll sell that sword. I've got enough rations for now. Damn, he doesn't have wheat stones or armor hammers. That's what I need. Those actually bring up, lets you repair your armor and your swords, and bring up your skill in that. Okay, we'll exit this. Let's go to the inn real fast. I'm decent for food right now, so let's see. He seemed glad to have the company. Looking around nervously, the man appeared concerned his actions would be observed. After hesitating for a few minutes, he bent closer to whisper in Locklear's ear. What would you fellows know about the Guild of Assassins? Chilled as if the blood in his veins had suddenly turned to ice, Locklear regarded the man with a stern look. Why, are you looking to have someone killed? No, no, the man said, shaking his head emphatically. I want to save someone myself. I see, and why would the Nighthawks be after you? I halted one of their assassinations not long ago, the man said. When I saw 3 of them, they were about to pounce on a friend of mine. I called out and forced them into a straight fight. Right away, we ran through one assassin while his 2 friends fled, but the fellow we ran through got up again. Locklear's eyes widened, knowing immediately what the man had faced. They're called Black Slayers, he explained. They're a Nighthawk that's nearly impossible to kill. If this assassin wanted you dead, why didn't he kill you then? I don't know, but he seemed to be concerned that one of us was a magician, the man replied. I don't know what gave him that idea, but he shouted something about not going to his final rest and for us to keep the sorcerer away from him. Okay, this is the Blue Wheel Inn. Undoubtedly the newest tavern in town. The Blue Wheel was sedate, almost sleepy in comparison with other Lamudian shops. Inside, dark-skinned patrons slapped around hard-earned sovereigns in exchange for the Blue Wheel's exclusive imports from the far-distant empire of Seravni. Okay, I talked to him. Let's talk to him. The dwarf drew on his pipe. Languid smoke plumed from the old codger's mouth as he studied Locklear, Owen, and Gorath each in turn. Although he had long ago lost the use of his left eye to a more lethal sword stroke, his right eye still burned brightly beneath his bushy eyebrows. Dubal on watch. Being a dwarf never forgets about his as much as his own name. I can recognize a strapping young man before me who last I saw was a boy. No slight intended, but I fear I don't recall the occasion. As like the rest of your human kin, none among you can remember much past a week. If not for we canny dwarves, you would have forgotten that you have a kingdom at all. I fetched you out of a cellar, along with a score of womenfolk at the Battle of Stethanon. Don't you remember me, Locky? Dubal, of course, glad to see you. I hadn't recognized you without the eye patch. What's the dwarf to do? I won this scratch fair and square, and I'll be a dragon's mother before I cover it up again. Shouldn't have done so in the first place. Now I just sit here to jabber with that loon of a Tusarni. God, I'm gonna have a tough time with this game till I get used to it. Of a Tusarni bartender and have me a few beers. Not much to do with the Mac Mordain all collapsed. A Brackner had been sent down there. They be offering a hefty reward for its slaying. A might you of tradition holds, too. Something of a challenge, as they are fierce beasties, even by dwarven standards. I've heard tales of those creatures of stone. Thank you, Dubal. Okay, and let's... Owen struggled with the lute. As soon as he had begun to play, he felt not as much playing a song as he was wrestling a beast, 100 times his size. Numerous times the song eluded, slipping out of his reach only to fall into an obscure pit. Out, 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 the tavern keeper urged, yanking the lute from Owen's hands. Be glad this crowd isn't in a worse mood. Give them time to calm down and you can come back. Only if you're coming back for food. Oh, yes, I failed. What you use the lute for is you can play the lute and attempt to... it's kind of like busking. You attempt to get money for it. So if you play a good lute... If you have a good lute skill, then, you pretty much... Ooh, is that another shop? Hang on. Okay, Fletcher's Post. Nope, same shop. Okay. We'll go back in the inn. And let's talk to the bartender. Sumeni clapped twice. Abruptly, the festive mood of the room died. The clank of goblets and the scrape of plates falling silent as the bartender shuffled between benches to bow at Locklear's feet, touching a gnarled fist to his forehead and then to his heart. He spoke somberly. Be welcome to the Blue Wheel Inn. May you find the drinks to your liking in the company of our patrons pleasurable. If there's anything our servants or I may do, you need only ask Sumeni. Honors to your house as well, Sumeni. Am I correct in believing this is a drinking establishment? So it is. We serve many of your mid-Chemian drinks as well. It's a few from the Tusarni Empire as well. Perhaps I might interest you in a cup of chocha. Hey, Sumeni. Why did you decide to come to Mid-Chemia and open an inn anyway? Surely you would get better business on Kelwain. Oh, like I said, the names in this. Oh, high fantasy. How I love you, and I hate trying to pronounce your names. I was not always a tavern keeper. As a soldier serving House Shizawa under Earl Kasumi, I was trapped here when the Rift Gate was closed at the end of the Rift War. It was our belief that we would never again see our families in Tucinavari or the green skies of Kelawan again. But Surani warriors traditionally kill themselves if they are in danger of falling captive to an enemy. This is true, Lord, and the Earl informed us that we were forbidden to dispatch... But the Earl informed us that we were forbidden to dispatch ourselves until given leave to do so by a great one. I believe in Mid-Chemia you would call such a one a magician. But until such a time, I content myself with running the Blue Wheel Inn. Rift Gates. I've heard that the permanent Rift Gate in Kelowon is located near here. I was hoping we could get a glimpse of it. There would be little to see at the moment. An internal conflict has risen in the Empire between House Akoma and House Anasati. The Assembly of Magicians have ordered a temporary interruption of transport between Empire and the Kingdom of the Isles until such time the conflict is resolved. I've been assured the measure is temporary. Hey, combat. You said you were a soldier with the Surani forces. Would you be interested in teaching us some of your combat techniques? It would be my honor, Lord, but I will require a small fee for my services. If my armor were to be damaged, I would be ill-prepared otherwise to pay for its repair. Okay, 75 sovereigns. I don't have 75 sovereigns. I don't think. Armor repair. Armor, that was, garrison. Oh god, I just started playing and not remembering I was doing a Let's Play. If your armor was the same as mine, I would suggest trying the garrison, but Kingdom armor is made in a different way. I would think perhaps the dwarves of the Macmordian corridor would be of assistance. I understand from speaking to Dubal that the small ones are gifted when it comes to the manufacture of weapons and armor. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for your services, Sumani. You have a very wonderful establishment. It's very Surani. Your patronage honors us. Goodbye. I promise I'm ever in Lumut again. I will sure to drop in for a bit of something to eat. Okay, let me see. What's the barmaid have? 4 gold, 7 silver, 9 gold, 4. I don't really need food or alcohol at this moment. No, I don't. No, I'm not staying at the end. Exit. Let's go to the garrison. The garrison was impressive, sitting high on a hill overlooking Lamut. The military outpost had been constructed years earlier to head off a possible Morhidal assault on the western border of the kingdom. They followed a road that snaked through town and up the rocky hill upon which the garrison sat. After speaking with the sentries at the gate, they were led under the fortress's massive iron portcullis. Captain Bedford stood as they entered the room. It's good to see you once again, Locklear, he said, extending his hand. I share the sentiment. What news have you? How is East Kasumi? Locklear asked as the men shook hands. They sat in hard wooden chairs as Belford replied, He's well, but he's off taking care of some business with a few new guards come through the rift from Kelowon. As for the rest of us, we're looking for a group of grey warriors from Kelowon who slipped through the rift just before it closed. Locklear looked a little puzzled. King Liam and Emperor Ichander granted the grey warriors freedom and new status in the kingdom. Yes, but the agreement didn't allow for the nationalization of stolen goods. Seems they may have absconded with a valuable ruby from Makala's entourage, said Belford. Makala, the Surani Great One, Owen asked. Belford smiled. Yes, he has been talking to Prince Arutha about establishing a permanent rift to encourage trade between the kingdom and the Kelowon. He's really throwing his weight around trying to get his ruby back. If you should happen to come across it, bring it back here. He's offering a reward. They thanked him for the information and left. Okay. So that's basically all I can do in this town for now, so... my phone keeps ringing. We're going to continue on. Continue south. The assassin was a mercenary. Locklear could tell by the hardened set of the Morhidal warrior's face that he hadn't hunted them down to avenge a wrong done to him. He hadn't chased them to collect a debt. He had come because the coin had been of the right color and the right amount. And for that price, win or lose, he would fight them to the death. Okay, our first fight. Yes, it's turn-based and movement-based. Okay, Owen, does he have any magic hits? Yes, these are the magic. Despair thy eyes. Blinds target for a short time. Invitation. Pulls target forward. No, I don't need to pull him yet. Gift of song. Health stamina is transferred. Don't need to do that. Yep. So what we will do is we'll try to blind this guy. And it worked. Okay, we're on Locklear. Locklear can move. Alright, we'll move Locklear in front of him. Gorath, I can move to there. Owen, yeah, we'll move him there. Locklear. Let's see. Accuracy with thrust is better. 13 damage. Gorath, side. Okay, Owen. Right. Oh, he's trying to run away. Hell no. And we got him. The battle was won. Search the body for supplies, Locklear suggested, then amended, but make it quick. If there are more waiting out there, let's not be here when they return. I love the combat in this. Okay, Gorath, check the course. Yes, they say this after every time. Okay, so... Oh, money. Sword and armor. Whose armor is in the next war shape? Okay, so Owen... Yeah, we'll give it to Locklear, because Locklear is more of an upfront combat guy, while Owen is a mage. Okay, cool. So, let's continue on a little bit. Keep my eyes peeled. Could there be treasures over in here? Doubtful. Okay, we'll go back to the main. We shall continue south. It's getting dark. So, we shall light a torch. Yes, that yellow overlay. Oh, wait, that was a chest. Alright. Appears to be locked. Shall we try to open it? Yes. I've got a key. Nope, the key doesn't fit. Oh, pick the lock. Yes. As the lock was simple, as the old saying goes, locks are for children and fools, Locklear said. After a few seconds, he flipped the picklocks into the air and caught them again. I am no fool. Oh, you got another torch. Oh, that armor is going to... that armor's going to, Locklear. Okay, what else do we have? 73 sword. 93, 77. Okay, so nobody really needs that sword, so we can sell that. Alright, cool. That does it for that. And we shall head back to the path. Oh, excuse me. Okay, what do we have here? What's down this path? Let's see. Doesn't appear to be anything, but we shall explore it anyways. I gotta get used to this again. Okay, main. There might be enemies at the end, who knows? Oh, we have a cave. You know what? I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. We shall venture forth in the cave into the next episode. So, save. We'll make this cave. Save. But yes, this shall do it for this episode. Oh, left click to save, bookmark file, right click to cancel. Alright, that's quick save. Map. Magic, but yes, we have just begun our long quest into Betrayal of Krondor. I hope you enjoyed this, and I shall be back with more soon. This is Deadly Habit, signing off. Peace.